Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to Workers and Resources, Soviet Republic. We're going to shift ourselves in crisis mode right after I tell this locomotive to take a hike here. Control H him. Send him back home so these guys can proceed where they're going to go. We have to shift ourselves into crisis mode, okay? This video is I'm going to pause it actually because I don't want to spend any more money that I don't have to. This video is going to be about trying to manage money and trying to manage the debt, okay? The debt's going up faster than I'd like, going up faster than I'd planned. And I want to talk about it and to put in steps to slow it down, right? First things first, right? We're going to suspend the police station construction, and we're also going to suspend the courthouse construction as well, okay? And I'm just kind of waiting for them to keep going with it because you're using it, so I might as well let them, right? But whatever, bring them off. Here's what I'd like to do. We're going to cancel all construction projects as soon as these guys reach their destinations because I don't want to interrupt them. But that's what we're going to do. And to help with that, I'm actually going to cancel the sources of both of these buildings. So they're going to be able to finish the jobs they're already on, but they're not going to be able to start new ones, all right? And then once they're done with the ones they're on, I'm then going to reset the sources and then get them on the proper projects that I want them to be on, okay? Here's what I'd like to do. We're going to go over here first, and we're going to take this little bus here. Well, this one's already picked it up. Okay, fine. They got 60 workers. This arrangement of tourists coming into my civilization here, right? These non-loyal workers coming in from across the border and working in our coal mines is costing me a pretty penny. Let's take a look at my budget. Look at last month, June. 10,500 rubles were spent on foreign labor. Now that's not entirely coal, right? That's not exclusively coal mining, okay? There's other places where foreign labor is being used too, and that's construction. So we're going to be stopping that as well. But for the coal mine, we're overspending a lot on this, okay? And we're going to take, I think, probably all but one bus off of this line and just let one bus get the foreign workers to coal, while I remake this road into a gravel road, because I think it's going to be too slow for our own people to get up here. So this road's going to get remade into a gravel road. And in fact, I'm going to go ahead and do that right now by canceling that road, canceling that road. Going to cancel that one. Going to bring off that one and this one. That should allow me, bring this walking path back a little bit too, I guess. There you go. That should allow me to get this entire segment marked for upgrade without these waypoints in the way. There we go. So I can now mark this whole thing to be gravel, all right? And we're going to work on that. I also need to get, and I'm going to try to take deep breaths and go slow here because I have there's so many things on my list, right, that I need to do. I have it in front of me. There's an actual list in front of me. And it's an overwhelming list that I probably can't get done in one video. I need to buy vehicles here. I currently lack the funds to do this. So, gonna have to borrow money anyway, probably. But, and the borrowing is going to continue. There's just nothing I can do about that. But what I need to do is stop this import, right? This is imports for resources. If you don't check these boxes, and this is something my brain gets messed up with, for some reason, I feel like they have to have a check mark to bring them in. That's not true. In fact, if you highlight all of them, what you end up with is it resetting to none of them, all right? Having this checked means bring all of the above wherever the demand is. And right now we have demand in a lot of places for steel. So it's going to keep bringing in steel. If I want to shut down steel imports, I got to do it with that button right there. So that's what I'm going to do. Over here in this distribution office, I'm going to have them stop bringing fabric, electrical components, explosives, electronics, clothes, plastic, gravel can go because there's not even a vehicle for that anymore, and mechanical components. We're going to stop importing these. We only now import crops, chemicals, alcohol, and meat. Okay? We're also going to come over here to the other warehouse. Well, not this warehouse. This warehouse. And I'm going to have them unload chemicals and crops into this until you're full. Okay? That's the procedure now. We're also going to add, and I think it's probably more urgent that I need it here, so I'm probably going to just wait on this, but we're also going to add as a source the train station. Because unloading at the train station is the same effect as the train unloading. And so, in other words, if I unload here, it will evenly distribute the crops that I'm going to unload here between these two places. Provided, of course, these two places are both connected. This one is not done yet. I have no idea why. We're going to make that a high priority whenever I do schedule it. Might as well do this too. Not this one. But I want the deliveries to go to both places, okay? With a single connection. All right. So, I'm saying I'm going to remove the sources here so that they don't get workers and stuff, right? Well, I'm also going to do the same thing with these. Anywhere where there's a bus, I'm gonna take out all sources, right? So these ones are all buses right here. Yep. So, nope, that's not what I wanted to do. The wrong one. Such an expensive mistake. So the thing about these buses, right, is when you're bringing in tourists, when you're bringing in foreign labor, I'm gonna keep calling them tourists. I don't know why. When you bring in foreign labor, I can't find another bus. That might be the end of foreign labor. Well, I want to look at it. There's got to be one around here, right? No, where is this one? All right, I've already paid for these guys, right? They're already on here, and I've already paid for them. And so they cost me as soon as I take them out of that border house. So if you have a bus with workers on it already, you don't want to cancel it like I just did. Big mistake. Whoops, wrong button. Because you've already paid for them, and then you despawn them. It's basically just throwing money away. And I don't have the money to throw away, so that's a bad mistake. That's a big whoopsie, all right? Now, they're going to go back and do this. I want to do that, all right? You, bus. I say this with disdain. Hey, bus. You're going to come over to one of these, all right? Let's get you out of here. I'm going to start removing all of these buses from this, all right? We need to focus on the budget. It's worse than I expected. I had plans. I was hoping to do like edification with waste and things like that. I was hoping to set up some scrapping. I have a really cool layout for a giant scrap recycling area right here. And I think it's going to be awesome. The problem is I'm just simply spread too thin. I can't afford to do this right now. Priorities first. And priorities are reducing the deficit, all right? I need to handle the budget first. So, take a look at last month. The imports of resources, number one resource import was fuel. I can't just stop importing fuel, so that's going to continue. However, we're no longer shipping electronics, plastic, bricks. We bought a bunch of bricks. Not going to do that anymore. Plastics, not going to do that anymore. Electronics, not going to do that anymore. Now, if we take out these three things, just one, boards as well is another 1,100, right? If we take out boards, take out asphalt, because I'm not going to be making any. I mean, I'll probably import some, but we're going to almost get our own here pretty soon. If I take out the boards number, bricks, plastics, and electronics from this equation, that's going to give us back like almost 20 grand, right? Maybe my math is wrong. Is this almost 20 grand? It is over 20 grand. Yeah. It gives us back 20 grand. So, like, we only were down 13. That's pretty good. So we want to reduce our imports. In addition to that, we're also going to have vehicles, right? We bought vehicles and the foreign manpower thing. So I really do think we can have green numbers every month and really build this budget and build this number up if we just do things a little bit smarter. With imports. So we're going to stop importing. That is going to reduce happiness because these guys are going to stop having electronics available for them, right? But half of my population already has radios. So, I mean, that's cool, right? But our happiness is falling because unable to visit a hospital. That's probably these two guys. Unless I'm short on doctors, which mean, I'm not yet, but I imagine I probably am getting short on doctors. And then the health is going down, stroke, heart attack, alcohol, etc. I think I want to shift my technology. Edification is it's coming along, and I wanted people to sort their garbage, but I think there is something that is simply more critical, and that is reducing costs that are the bigger costs, and that is fuel at the moment. As we make more fabric, our cost for crops obviously skyrockets. Our cost for chemicals is going to start going up. But let's focus on one thing at a time. And right now, the thing I want to focus on is the thing we're using the most of, and that's fuel. So we're going to shift our research focus towards fuel study. And I'm really hoping that we can get a lot more professors. I simply need to pay for them. So part of the next loan that I take, I'm going to let it run now. Part of the next loan that I take is going to be oh, we have people going here. Sorry, I'm getting distracted. Stop it. Part of the next loan I'm going to take is bringing in more experts. I'm just going to pay for them. All right? That's going to give us more professors, be able to train more people, research more people, have more people in the hospital, etc. Like, it just needs to happen. I'm going to pay for them. Hopefully, they don't run away. We're at 2,000 people. I want to see the population climb. So I'm looking at population statistics. More deaths than birds. Not a good thing. Last month, way more deaths than birds. Not a good thing. I'm losing people like crazy. And death, right? What are you going to do? Death. Well, we're going to get more people in the hospital is what we're going to do. Because patients waiting for treatment are probably people who are going to die. So that has to happen. So I'm going to do it right now, actually. Let's go into the loan. And I need to bring in a lot more experts. And I'm thinking we're going to be over $1 million, over $2 million in debt now. So I'm going to roll this. 592, 539. We're at 163,000. Everybody's leaving. I don't get it. We're going to bring in guaranteed experts. We're going to get a few more experts as we bring in more people here. But I really just need the experts. Like, I need a lot of them to be coming into this hospital and working here, right? Everybody needs to be working in this building, and maybe even the school too, to get some more workers. But certainly in the hospital. I want to have way more doctors so that I can treat people and we don't have people waiting for treatment. That needs to happen. Okay. Loyalty is also pretty low. Now, we have some of these monuments that have been getting built, and that's going to help raise the minimum loyalty. It doesn't have a plus 4.5% effect on your people every day or every month or something. Instead, this is just raising the floor. So citizens who have a loyalty below the floor will slowly climb up to the floor as long as they're in the area of effect here, which for this is 90 meters. This is the wrong monument to be in the center of this. Shouldn't have done that, because 90 meters is like nothing. This is 90 meters. How effective? Hospital is 90 meters away, barely 90 meters away. How effective? This is the wrong monument to be in the center here. Shouldn't have done that, but I did it. It's over. It's done. I could build another one, and I probably should, because we need more concrete monuments and things to be built too, to help with the loyalty thing. Okay, so you saw me wipe the construction projects, at least to an extent. As vehicles begin to return from where they're going, I'll go ahead and, wipe all their projects. It looks like they've pretty much made all their deliveries by now. Don't think there's a whole lot left to do. Yeah, we should be pretty good on deliveries for everything now. So what we're going to do is I'm going to wipe all of their projects. I'm just returning these guys back home. Okay. Then we're going to go back and say workers are going to be here. Okay, gravel, you get it from here. Asphalt, you can't get it from here, unfortunately. I really wish you could, but you can't. So we're going to have it from the border for now. Concrete is the border for now. Steel, we get it from here. Bricks is here. Prefab panels is going to be here. And then once this is done, we're going to have boards taken from here. But in the meantime, there are still some boards here. So we're going to do that. The mechanical and electrical components are both taken from this storage there. Okay. We now have the sources done. for these things once more. All right, copy those to here. Now what I want to do is I'm going to have the office do very select projects. We're going to start with these two. I need sewage for this area and also this road done. So these are the two I want to start with right now. Actually, there is one more I'll add to the schedule, and that is this bus stop right here. I'd like to get that done, as well as the corresponding gravel road that goes with it. Because I need to get more people, right? And that's what this housing over here is for. The other thing that I want to do is I need to get power over to this area, because there's no power here. We got power in these two spots, but I was hovering over top of these. Oh, this is just not connected yet. Oh, that's wonderful. This is going to be cheaper than I thought it was then. We're going to take let's go with 1.5. And we just want to go around like this. Yeah, we can come. That's okay. We'll do it like that. And then we come all the way over. And I'm going to say, you know what? Let's stay on this side if we can. Because it'll look cleaner. Yeah, so we'll stay on this side like this. And then we're going to head all the way over on this side. And then from there, we go like that. And we're going to add that as well. Because then this has power. And with that, it will be able to... Ooh. Really? 316? You need more power than this? What's taking all that power? Well, that's interesting. Okay, I take that back then. We don't want this project. Let's not do this project. We'll do this one instead. We're gonna have a bigger, thicker line here. I didn't realize we needed a thick line for this, but it appears as though we do. So let's get a thick line. Can I put you from here straight there? I can. Beautiful. All right, and then we'll have this project instead. That will provide power to this building, which allows it to function better, I think. Somehow function better, okay? Next, just real quick while we're here, because I don't want to forget this, I'm going to take this train track back and just cancel this. We're going to end up moving the courthouse over a little bit and sticking a passenger train station right here too. That's going to allow these guys as well as these guys to get on a passenger train, and then we can send them in our passenger train network over to this side to help with anything that's over here. We can also allow these guys to come on over here to get educated at the university, right? We want that to happen too. Now, the walking distance to get to the university is a bit tricky because if I look at this, only two houses, this one and this one, can reach. Now, eventually this one can reach too. But the big thing that I think that's holding this back is that this is not asphalt. And really just the walking paths in general. Like this one's not even started because we don't have a walking path to it yet. Which is okay. I don't need that to happen. Also, I'm noticing workers are being brought here, and that must be an auto search thing. It is. Let's take this away. No auto search, okay? Everybody, stop what you're doing. No auto search. Bring people back, okay? All right. Lots of workers are coming over here, but I want them to come over to this side, okay? So as we get more stuff delivered into this warehouse, which should be on its way very soon, as we get more stuff delivered into this warehouse, we should now be able to start working fabric, okay? So it's going to take time. It's going to take time. It's definitely going to be a bit of a wait, and I'm going to let you guys just skip that wait because it's not very entertaining. But in general, what we're looking to do... Hold on. I never took these buses away. No, I never took this bus away. I want you to go here instead, please. All right, not this. And you're gonna get all your workers from there, okay? There you go. That's where I want you to go instead. I'm reducing foreign workers. We can't eliminate it entirely, but we're gonna reduce it to almost nothing. Basically, it's only to the coal mine so that we can keep coal going intermittently and hopefully fill this, which is good. 373 is good. You are processing, but you can't process because you have nowhere to put it. That's because this is full, which is fantastic. I like this being full. The thing is, though, if we finish this, then what's going to happen is all this coal is going to just flood into here. And this is a mistake that I made a long time ago, and I'd like to fix this. I can't completely fix it, okay? But what I can do is kind of tap into existing infrastructure and maybe get it to move over. So I can't tap into this, I don't think. That's not going to allow me to bring it over there. Yeah, that's not going to happen. Maybe it can happen over here, but probably not. Unless I remove that road, maybe I can tap into that existing one. The idea is I want to get oh, I can't actually put it in here because that's not a merger. That's a split. Well, it's gonna have to come from this side then. So realistically, we'll end up being over here and have to be. Ooh, that's pretty cool. Yeah. Bring it all the way back here if I can. I can make that work. So we're gonna have to feed this into that. Feed this into the power plant, and then maybe we have to come from this side instead. That might be a thing. Can we get connected to that? Yeah, right there. Can I get connected to that? And this might be in the way of power lines later, which is kind of a drag. If I can maybe get around that just a little bit more. Yeah, almost. If I go higher, can I go further away? Yes. Yes. Okay, so that's going to be my really messy solution to that mistake. When this is completed, the coal power plant will be able to bring it in from both of these sources, and so the fact that it's being fed to this won't be such a big deal anymore. It still means that these two buildings can potentially draw out or overdraw, and specifically I'm worried more about bricks overdrawing, but you know, we need those building materials, and if I can sell the building materials later, that'd be great. Although my brick making stuff is really far away from the borders, so selling bricks is probably not going to be worth it. The idea that we're not buying bricks anymore is going to be a good enough savings, I think, here. Okay, so these guys are laying in that stuff. We can see that's happening. This stuff is still being worked on, hopefully, too. Yep, there's a mechanism on site. Very good. And then we should have a lot of gravel, being laid in here with a bulldozer working this site without any workers. No workers are needed here. So we don't need any workers over there. I think that is the extent of the changes that I wanted to make to help get me on the right track. Now, as you can see, the immigrant invitations was a huge hit, right? Because we brought in a lot of experts, but I needed to do that so that I had enough doctors to treat these patients. I just simply can't lose people to deaths. I don't want to lose people to deaths, all right? This is the 97%, and I think I might go ahead and cancel this at 97%. The reason for that is because as long as this building is not built, it's not a fire risk. There's no fire risk for that. So if I speed up construction really quick here, or speed up time, I'd like these guys to not go to this work site too. So the less people that are here, the more people that can go to the bus stop. So I'm going to leave this with like one work day or something like that, like really light amount of work days, and not allow it to finish. It's also not drawing power or anything while it's in suspension. So I think, 5 work days or so. And then when we're ready for this building, when we actually need this to... Oh, what the heck is that? I clicked it. You can't hear it in the mic, but I clicked that right as it finished. That's crazy. It was like slow. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, done. What an ass. Anyway, that's a thing. Okay, I want to start getting people brought here, right? We should have some stuff being delivered here. I'm not sure what's going on with that. Why are you not delivering to this warehouse. Where's the vehicles to do this? Oh, I didn't buy them yet, right? Because I haven't taken the loan yet. Of course. So let's take, well, I took the loan. I just have to take I didn't buy the vehicles, so I need to take the vehicles. I told you, I have a lot of stuff on this list, and I'm going to be disorganized, and I'm very sorry, but there's just so much that needs to be done in a very short amount of time. We're going to go into debt some more, all right? We're going to be over 2 million in debt now. I'm going to make 850 grand. The initial loan that I was planning to take was supposed to be used on vehicles, and then it just never got used on vehicles. It got used on experts instead. So now we're more than 2 million in debt. I really hope to see this number stay above 1 million, right? As long as this number stays above 1 million, I'll feel like I'm not completely drowning, okay? It's the point where you get so much debt that you can't make your payments, but you also can't borrow more. That's the part where you pretty much fail, okay? I really need more workers. so much more workers. Let's take a look at the used vehicle market here, and we're going to go to covered hull. We got a couple of different covered hulls here. I'm more interested in this one. It's only $1,000 savings. This one is okay too, I suppose, but they're not that good. All right, they're not that big of savings because the 6,700 for something that's going to need repaired pretty quickly. I feel like I'd rather just have them now and not have to repair them at all for a while. So I'm just going to do that. So 7,800, and we're going to get 3 of these, all right? Their job is going to be to load, and let's get rid of these aggregate storages too. Their job is going to be to load chemicals and crops, and that's it. And you're taking chemicals and crops over to this warehouse right here. Okay? Unload chemicals and crops, make it as full as possible, right? And then I think that's it for now. That's going to be what these 2 vehicles are exclusively responsible for. We're going to fill this place with chemicals and crops. And then hopefully we'll be able to go ahead and start working fabric and clothing. So let me let this game run a little bit. We're getting close to having this bus stop done. Only a little bit more left to load there. I might bring in some more people from the west, which means they're going to need educated. There's already people in the schoolyard waiting, so that may not work out really well. But I may buy like a few more people from the west, like this, for example, to just kind of supplement the workers that I have and bring more, not really supplement, but just add to the workers that I have over here. Because what I want to do now is I want to have these buses, all right? We're going to go this way with it. I'm going to give you a route that gets you to build... I can't speak. I'm sorry. I'm going to fumble over my words. I'm going to get you a route that picks up people here and sends them to this bus stop, all right? And there we go, like that. Then what I want to do is get another one, does the same thing. So we're doing that by bringing them, whoops. Let's cancel that so you can start your route, good. Then I want to have another bus that does that, all right? And then as you're leaving, we copy this route to you, all right? And then you cancel this too. And then again, all these guys need to be spaced out as we do this as well, all right? Then you do the same thing. Let's copy the route to you, cancel your response to there, and now you're going to go get workers. So we're going to have a nice cycle of workers going through there. But they're not going to have very many places to work unless we turn them on. You have to turn on these places to work. Right now, I want track building. So we're going to go ahead and add the maximum on track building so that most of these guys go to the track builder. Okay? But I also need some people working in the sawmill. Ooh. The sewage tank is overflowing. So I don't have sewage coverage over here. I'm going to need that. And since these guys are my own workers now, we're not doing foreign labor, it's probably a pretty good idea to go ahead and get an actual proper sewage tank built over here. So we'll have one that covers these buildings as well later. So I'm just going to do it across the road. This also makes my my pipe that I have to build a little bit smaller too. So we'll go about here-ish with it. Yep, right up against the road here, I think is a good place for it. Nope. Right There. That's going to cover this, and it'll cover anything we build over here too, which is good. And then this sewage pipe, I don't think medium is needed. Is there a splitter anywhere near here? Man, I really should get into a habit of making different splitters. I could always backtrack. It would be better than going all the way down, wouldn't it? To backtrack this. I just don't know if it's going to let me do that because of the slope. It does. It will let me do this. The slope is good. Okay. So if I can come around, let's say like this. And then say like, come on, this, and then here. Am I doing medium pipes? I don't want to do medium pipes. I'm not doing medium. Let's do a small pipe. My bad. But we know the slope will be good, so this is great. Like just like this. Perfect. And then we'll mark that, and then we want to get these two projects started too. So this one, there's no path to it, right? So we want to do like that. And then we're going to say construction offices have that as a job as well. In the meantime, though, we do have a single sewage truck that can come in here and load up on that stuff too. So all of that's still happening as well. High priority for this. High priority for the road. All right, I'm going to let this run so that I don't step over my own words. I'm running on like 4 hours of sleep a night right now. And it's not because of videos. Don't take your time. Don't overwork yourself up. It's my daughter. She doesn't sleep, okay? This is the nature of being a parent. I signed up for this, believe it or not. We're not doing any construction here anymore. I think I'm going to stop these because there's not enough people to fill the houses we already have at the moment. We want to stop these construction projects too. We already have this house, so we can always, put people in there if we need it. I'm going to real quick, just to see if I can get these guys to be able to reach the university, because right now they don't. I think I'm going to make this road right here asphalt. Although they're really using this road right now, aren't they? No, I'm going to wait on that. I don't have any people here yet. It's not urgent yet. I barely have any professors. We're 18.5% done with fuel study. So let me just let this run for a little while here. Just to gauge what's needed, to gauge where we are in the world, right? We've got some crops, we've got chemicals, and I'm going to go ahead and turn on, let's say, 20 workers in this building. So that anyone who gets dropped off here is now capable of working over here. Oh, the one last thing I do need to do here, though, is this building is going to generate hazardous waste, okay? And they don't actually have any dumper here. I haven't done a dumpster here yet. So I need one here, and I need it pretty quickly, actually. So I'm going to do a big one right here. All right. And we're just going to put in a dirt road as the connection for that. And then we're going to have that be a high priority as well. Okay. So there we go. So we got wood being made. We got lots of boards. We just can't export them. We're working on getting this done within 116 days. Got people on site. And it's just a big waiting game. I will be right back to show you what's going on with the waiting game, okay? Okay, so I figured I'd bring you back a little bit early. I've been just letting it run, like I said I would. But there's a fire here, over here where the oil loading and unloading is. And I'm not entirely sure we're going to get people here in time. The fire truck is on its way, but man, that's a far away. So I got to hope that we got plenty of firefighters in here to put it out. Oh my God. Never mind, false alarm. All right, so I wanted to brief you on this, right? We got lots of different bus routes and stuff going through. People come in and out of this place pretty well now. Lots of different bus routes. I know it's kind of the boring stuff. If you want me to really go in depth with like how many buses are in certain routes and whatever, like I can do that. But with less construction projects happening at once, we get significantly more people here at the bus stop waiting to get picked up and taken to other places, which is pretty good. We got a couple of different buses that are going between these two stations. So passengers, students, etc. These guys cannot reach the university, but they'll be able to take a bus over here, which they can then reach the university with. There's also, while I've been letting it run, I just noticed there's been an update to the game. I haven't downloaded it yet, so it's not in this video, but it'll be in the next video. They've increased the default walking distance. So max walking distance used to be 400 meters with the best possible pathing, and they've increased it to 480 meters. Maybe there was a balancing decision there related to the different asphalt paths and stuff. So the percentages on this is going to change over time. You're going to see these percentages probably change from 110, 120, 123, etc. But basically, the stats are all kind of the same relative to the distances. So in other words, they're going to be able to go just a little bit further now, which is fine. It's actually good then, because it means these guys may actually be able to reach the university now. I do want to get this road put in as well. So like the asphalt parts of it would be really nice to be able to put in. They must have just finished this. They must have just finished this. I was going to show you. I've got the asphalt plant started, and a lot of people are coming on in here. So there's like a lot of different work days. They've been working on this pretty well, which is good. And yeah, we got fabric workers here now too. We got clothing workers here now too. Everything seems pretty good. I'm even catching up a little bit on food, I think. At least I was. Maybe he must have had a truck maybe just pick it up and take it away, maybe. Looks like it, yeah. This truck just picked up a bunch of food. But I mean, things are starting to improve, but the balance isn't necessarily equal. It's September 1st. I just missed August. So taking a look at this, we can see that last month we had 18,000 rubles. Right? There's an examination of all the things, right? We still had some foreign manpower, though, and that must be there must still be a bus bringing people in. It is right here. There's still a bus bringing people to the coal mines, and so we have our own citizens plus other citizens kind of working together now, and not very many of our own citizens are making this trip. This gravel road is complete all the way down to here now, which is good. That's why everything started up again. But we still have some foreign manpower, unfortunately. I think, though, with a steady supply of our own, if we can get a steady supply of our own people into this mine, that situation is going to change. But certainly this power situation, this power plan to kind of keep power as our main export, I liked the idea because it didn't require vehicles to get to the border. It didn't require more more border, lines at the border, right? It doesn't require things to go back and forth, no fuel usage, etc. It just requires people to be in the right spots, and then everything flows down the conveyors. Very expensive to set up, but it was supposed to be on more of a investment for the future. We have a lot of upfront costs, but then the export abilities for that power was supposed to be quite extraordinary. It was supposed to be anyway. Okay, so I'm looking over at this. They just got this conveyor belt done. They got all this stuff done. I think we're pretty much set up now and ready to turn this on. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. And that is going to allow the people coming out of this bus to go over here. They should start working on this. And when this completes, we will see this coal, 1,000 of it, all flood over to here, which will then allow it to flood over into Brick Factory. And the Brick Factory, I'm just going to allow up to 40 in this. That's fine. And then we're going to see the bricks. They got this done now, and the open storage is now going to be able to store a bunch of bricks over here. And then maybe I can get one flatbed. Eventually, I'll have a distribution center, a proper distribution center for this. But at the moment, I don't exactly have that. We don't exactly have really good happiness either. They're still at 79%, although it's kind of improving. Health is kind of improving, right? And we need to start looking at crime and stuff too. So as long as the budget is good to go in terms of us. Now keep in mind also, the budget's not that good, okay? Technically, I can't hardly do anything right now. I have almost no building supplies. I have to buy them all from the border. I have almost nothing left. But with the ability to make our own bricks and to make our own boards, we'll at least be able to get by on some things. We can at least build some things and only import steel intermittently until we can get our budget under control. The rail construction yard has adequate steel supplies to get us a pretty far distance, I think. And you can see that this guy is on his way back to the station. I'm just going to kind of cheat him back a little bit here. We're going to be able to get him to here. And once he gets past this point, he will never disrupt traffic, at least not slowly. He'll have to cross it, but it'll be coming all the way over here, which is good. All these buildings here, they do take steel, but it's really low in comparison to the other resources like brick. So that's what I'm hoping for, is that we can finally start maybe getting this town set up. And then once that happens, we can get people up to the mines more regularly, in addition to possibly even getting... obviously, it's going to take a long time for the rails to be done. But if we can get people moving between these two things, that would be really good too. Now, I am putting in over here on this side. You saw these plans in the time lapse, but what you may not have seen is me placing these buildings, because I kind of did this a little after the fact as I was thinking around with it. So we've got some statues and stuff, different monuments and things that are going to be in the middle of all of this. There's lots of different waste centers and everything, but we have a pub here, which is actually in walking distance for all of these buildings, all the residential buildings anyway, which is pretty nice. It's just far enough away from the bus stop too, which is cool. And then we'll have a passenger train probably coming in right through here, and so that will be in range of that too. We've got a little kindergarten, we've got a school here, and then this is the small headquarters of the party. This is sort of like if I was to go over here to headquarters of the Communist Party. So there's two of these. There's a small one and a big one. The big one is what you need for research, as I understand it. The big one is what's required for research. So if we look over at our tech tree over here, party headquarters, right? And so all the red ones require the party headquarters to get them. My understanding is the small one does not permit research, but it still trains for high education. My hope is this little tiny one here, we can train people up, and then when I have enough money or whatever, if I have enough resources, then I can go in and maybe put a bigger one over here. I may alter this plan entirely. I may decide that maybe this right here is good for, I don't know, a technical services or some other type of thing, and then put the university back here. That was another idea I had, is it maybe taking the university from where is it? Medical University. Yeah, Medical University. That's what I wanted. Medical University could be back here, right? So we have the party headquarters there and then Medical University here. Or we could just rely entirely on the headquarters of the Communist Party being right here. And again, all of these houses would be in range and everybody could go ahead and study here. We could also, again, have trains between these two towns. And so anyone who wanted to study in one place or the other could do so via the train. The trains are going to be separate from the cargo rails. I'm going to try my best, and I don't know if I'm going to be able to succeed at this, but I'm going to try my best at getting the passenger trains are going to come up this way and cross this way and then back down. And they're going to kind of do this figure 8 thing, right? So that they kind of have routes that kind of do one of these numbers like my mouse is doing. Okay, but this path right here, what my mouse is doing, I don't know if I want them to pass through this, because this is a cargo area. So the idea was to have the rail, as you saw before I was coming through here. We're going to have this rail come out and around, and it will eventually have a junction here, which will then take it this direction and this direction, and that will kind of be how we deal with our passenger trains. Yeah, that's really all I have to say about that. For clothing, now that we have workers working them and not construction projects, right? Construction office is basically just sitting here doing nothing, right? And so that means all of our workers can actually produce goods. This is exactly what I wanted. So we have crops coming in. We don't have any chemicals. Okay, there's chemicals right here. They must have just made a big delivery for chemicals there. So they have chemicals kind of overflowing there. Good. And then clothes are coming through here, and that's going to get popped into here, which is fantastic. That's about to overflow. And so what we'll do is we're just going to bump these numbers up a little bit and allow more clothing to be stored and less electronics, I think. Yeah, like something like this. We can bring down the alcohol. I think we can probably even bring down fabric, to be honest. Like something like this would be fine. Just to give us a bigger buffer for clothing. And then, of course, this distribution office is still responsible for bringing clothes over to the stores. So as long as we are making clothes, we should be fine. So you can see this. It says 17 crimes reported. All right. So now we're going to get to the point of the game where I'm going to start selectively choosing where to build. Instead of building everything kind of broad all at once, I now want to really focus on what to build and only building select things at a time. And we're going to start with some of these touristy things in here. If I can get I can't get them started. It looks like we have like, yeah, these footpaths. I don't need full-on gravel footpaths through here. I think we're okay with the dirt ones in these little sections here, just so I can get going on the actual attraction. I can leave this one, I guess. We're gonna say that we just want dirt ones coming through here like that, and then that's gonna allow me to also get some of the propaganda going, some of the stuff that people really like. This is the aerodrome being right here. Yeah, all right, I'll let them build that too. And then again, we're very close to just having the police station done. It's mostly, I think anyway, it's mostly just work days, maybe a little concrete here and there. So we can get that stuff done as soon as the prison is done. So we are now working on the prison, and then we can slide over this. Taking a look at our budget really quick. I mean, that's a great sign. Look at this, right? This is, again, what I'm talking about. It was one of those deals where you just need to stop importing things, and then you're going to be fine. But I can't expand. This is what happened in the stream series. We get really good, budget solid, but you can't expand, right? We can't do anything to expand. And so we're going to have to work on that next. As far as expanding to more people, I brought in some over here. Looks like some of them have gotten their education, all from immigrant third world, right? We're going to bring in some more over here and stuff when possible. I think maybe I could get away with, at the moment, I need to provide an alternative path to do this. So why don't we take this street here? Yeah, I think before I upgrade this road, I'm going to have to give them an alternate here. So how about we... yeah. Okay, how about I can go here. It isn't great, but I can do that, and then maybe it'll let me... not really. No, not really. Okay. For now, I'm just gonna connect that. I don't know if that'll matter, but I'm planning on leaving this gravel, and so I want this to be asphalt. Maybe they'll just walk across to this when it's done. I don't know. We'll see. But I think I would like to just give them an alternate path for now. And yeah, that's fine. It's slower, but I think they can still reach it. And then now that I know they can still reach that, we'll go ahead and pop that as asphalt and get that as a high priority as well. Now, as far as asphalt goes, come on over here. Asphalt just finished, which is cool. We have 5 workers as a potential for this. This is going to have gravel accessible because it's all really good there. But we need bitumen. We need bitumen to be in here. So that's where my spare cisterns. I have a spare cistern over here. Should have a couple of them, I thought, but these are all just buses waiting for their route. This is my spare cistern. It's getting repaired. I think I might need another one. I might pull some off of oil. Yeah, we're actually too many for oil now because of the asphalt road. So I can pull some off of oil, I think. Let's this one here, it's just going to the fuel rat, so that's not a spare one. You guys are able to take oil with asphalt roads. That's what's making you so fast. This one. Okay, this is what I'll do here. We're going to take you to the customs house, and you're going to load up on bitumen. Okay? And then you're going to come over here, and you're going to drop off that bitumen, and you're going to wait until unloaded. And that's your new route. Okay, so flip a UE. All right? At your next available convenient... Okay, well, it's not a one-way street, so I guess that is perfectly fine. I don't have any I don't have any laws against that in this country, okay? Ironically, this country is very free. There's so many laws we have that I shake my head at it, like, man, why are you still telling people you're land of the free? What are you doing? There's a lot of situations like that. Do we have any more spare technical service offices? We do have one more. I like it. I'm going to place this one. I think this is an okay little location here. I'd like to move to have, let's say, I'm not really doing much for demolitions. How about this? One of these garbage trucks. I'm trying to make it to where they don't have to leave and go out that way. to get it and then move it back. Oh, speaking of moving it back, we actually should focus on this before the end of the video here. Mixed waste is insanely high now, and we're going to get to the point where we can't offload it anymore. So let's pause this. I want to get... I don't think I have enough resources to build these big ones, as much as I'd like to do this, because there's a lot of capacity here, right? Dump with the claw machine, large, etc. There's a lot of capacity with these, but it's 14 tons of steel. It's going to take a bit to build this. A faster one to build, because this one's also 674 work days. A faster one to build would just to be a regular dump, right? It's much cheaper too. We just have to remember that it's going to be much slower to unload from this one. So again, this is why I was kind of rushing to have waste done, because I didn't want to have to build more of these, because I'm just gonna have to move the resources anyway. But maybe we do one of these there's a transfer one too. We can have these transfers. I'm not entirely sure which one you should use, but I'm gonna try this one for now. Let's put it on this side like this. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to have this be a priority for now. We're going to take this road all the way out to maybe about here and move it over, and then straight down from here like that. That's going to let me trigger that as the highest priority. All right. And so we can build these. And then I think we'll have, after this is built, again, I think we're going to need another one. So after this is built, I think I'm going to need, like I said, I think I'm going to need another one. So we'll have this one attached here, because I'm not really ready yet for the waste plans that I have. So I'm going to pop that one there, and we'll just have that hooked up over here. So same road in here. I would also like to get this to be all gravel too, because there's a lot of, I think there's a lot of good things that can come from having that be gravel. Not a whole lot of good things are coming from this coal mine, though, unfortunately. We're out of coal ore. Can't process anymore. And this lost a lot of its coal because it sent it all over here, right? But they are building this stuff, which I have to import more steel for. So the moral of the story is we're not as screwed as some of you may think, but we're still not great. We're still not out of this yet, okay? And I would like to stop buying asphalt, since we now have a path to get bitumen here, and all that's there. So I'm going to tell them to get asphalt from here, okay? And let's go ahead and copy that over. And actually now, if I take a look at this, we still have 52 boards in here. Maybe we just haven't needed boards yet. I was hoping to switch this over and have them get boards from here, but I would really like the boards to be out of here first. Yeah, I'd like them to load the boards from there. A measly 23 tons of steel is remaining, all right? But there's our Republic. It's not as super bad as we expected before, but we are going to start building stuff now, so that's going to happen. And I hope that you guys will join me for the next one. Sorry about the cuts. Sorry about the little skips in time. It's just the way my schedule is. It's the way things have to go. And, you know, again, mixture of styles, right? Some people want to just get to the point. Some people want to see every single detail. I welcome your feedback into which style you prefer. I am open to switching, and I'm open to, you know, adopting new ways of presenting this over and over again if needed. Okay, there's definitely, you know, there's definitely interest in I want to make it the way you want to watch it, okay? I have fun playing it, but I want to make it the way you want to watch it. And unfortunately, everyone is different, and so if I have a whole bunch of comments telling me that they want to watch it a certain way, chances are there's going to be a variety. So I'm trying to show a variety if I can. If there's like a huge uproar that says we don't want to skip anything, I know there's some prominent YouTubers with this game. Bibaljo is another one. I think I was saying his name correctly. Is one that's doing like a skip absolutely nothing kind of thing, and I've watched only a little bit of his playlist so far, and because he's you know, he's one of the guys that are been around this game for a long time. It's interesting. I think there's certain parts where it's like, okay, it's a little slow, he's not doing anything. That's for me though, but that's a preference thing going on here, and I would love to know what your preference is. So please leave me those in the comments. Now that we have asphalt and we have bitumen delivered, fantastic. It says we don't have gravel, but I just feel like that's untrue, because Like, it's right here. There's a ton of it. So I'm going to say that's completely folly. And let's test it. Before we go, I want to test it. We already have all the asphalt necessary for that little strip. So let's get another little strip. Hey, actually, let's do this. Right up here. I want to get this done. This is what I wanted to do once I had asphalt, right? So let's go and do that. Okay, and then we're going to say... there we go. There they go. Spring to life. And go get asphalt from here. I want to make sure you can do it. And then we can call it a day. Then I need to set up covered hulls to ship clothes out once this is more full. I want to get this storage to maybe 50 tons of it. So maybe I'll say when the storage is over 70%, ship out. And maybe that's actually a good idea. We could do this. We could say this warehouse, we should unload, but keep storage percent 60%, maybe 70%. Right? Unload clothing from here. Right? And we can send it to the border, but only when it's... oh, no, we want to load. Sorry. Yeah, we're loading from here. I can't do that with this. No, I can't do that with this because it's gonna... Yeah, I want to mess that up. I don't want to ship clothes out of here and then have none for my own people. I don't want to do that. So I'll have to probably get another covered hull. Actually, we could borrow one from this. There's multiple covered hulls here, so why don't I borrow this one? And all I got to do here is come to this warehouse. There's 2 parking spaces here. That works. Okay, so let's say this warehouse, I want to load clothing, but only when... No, I can't, because it's distribution office. Yeah, that's the distribution office thing. Well, we'll figure it out. In fact, you know, in the last series, what I did is I did this. I went to the clothing maker themselves, is what I did. And I said load, wait till loaded on the clothes. And then I took it over to the citizens, and everything else was available to export. But I think this time I might do it in reverse, where I have the truck here loading, and then it can go and export, and then you know, the warehouse supply stays the warehouse supply. We'll see how this goes. Again, I really need to sell some stuff. I really need to make some money here, and so I think we'll try this. I'm gonna say we go like this for a second. Let's see what this does. The clothing shop has four tons of clothes just sitting in it. Hasn't been exported yet. So if we can get that happening, should see. Yep. So that's 11,000 rubles right there. But it looks like it did in fact take them from the warehouse, not from the clothing center. So I won't be able to do this very often, unfortunately. I'm gonna have you, after you've made that delivery, I'm gonna have you just kind of chill. Let's have you chill. This is a technical services office. Yeah. Let me buy one big dump truck right here. One big garbage truck for right here. And then it's gonna have the hazardous waste is gonna go to the border. And the mixed waste is going to come over here, I suppose. Yeah, but I like to have one of these done. And then, like, all the other stuff is fine the way it is. But I'm just looking for somebody to be able to get this waste out of here before it fills up, which right now we have no problem with that. But I'm just looking for to get another garbage truck on the map if I can. And then where's that truck delivering the clothing? Oh, I was supposed to check on asphalt, right? If these guys didn't have asphalt, right? If we didn't have it and they weren't able to get it. Oh, I see. There's only one parking spot here. Oh dear. Okay, new plan. We need to figure out where we're going to put this in. That's going to be next video. I'm going to pick it up right here when we get back, okay? Thank you so much for watching. I appreciate you. Hope you'll like the video. Subscribe if you haven't already. And we're going to amend this, get the asphalt really going. And then I think it might be time to start talking about building a small farm, just a small one, right over in this area. It's going to be temporary. We're eventually going to tear it down and put other things here. But a small farm is going to go here, and I'm going to build that small farm with all my people in the wintertime and then place the fields so that they're ready to go for the spring. Okay? Thank you for watching. We'll see ya. Bye-bye.